Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. We've got a 2013 150 Prado in for the 280k service, but at 285k. Just been on a big outback trip with us, so one of the vehicles that's been hammered and part of the R&TU. It's got some awesome Dobinson's twin tube suspension in there. Been in there now for, must be about 80,000 k, something like that anyway. No leaks or anything like that, and still drives really well. So that stuff is really robust, and you know, apparently it's got some decent longevity as well. This has had a bit of a clean, but not that well, so it's a bit of a clean-up job. It's not like, you know, the real good clean-up job. Just enough to get it clean enough to get it into the hospital to give it a service. 285k, so brake fluid flush is done. Air filter was Cactus, I'll show you that. It is, there's the air filter, that's 14,000k as well. Just that trip, plus whatever else, you know, before that. But it was pretty clean right before the trip, I believe. But yeah, that's alright. So yeah, the air filter Cactus, so new air filter, clean the MAF sensor, of course. Hey, how bad was the MAF sensor?
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad, so plenty of dust, even on the 1KDs. When you've got a blocked up air filter that's been in there for way too long, the engine is going to pull the air it needs. And what about dust on the clean side of the airbox? We didn't see that. What was it like? Like, you know, normal sort of what you'd see?
Normal dust.
Yeah, normal amount that goes through, yeah. You know, we see this all the time. It's not going to hurt the engine, the evidence there. I think that dry abrasive soot on the 1KDs where people put the catch can in over the side here, you know, like we've seen on some other vehicles, taking your oil out, letting all that really dry abrasive soot, you know, the exhaust, particulate, bloody crap going through your engine, wearing down the valve seats. So under here, there's not much to see. There's nothing exciting to tell you about up here. Diff oil changes, brake fluid changes, we mentioned that. Coolant level looks all right. So we'll go underneath the vehicle. Let's have a look at it at 285,000 Ks. And since 200,000 Ks, a lot of you know, a bit of high country and outback, a lot of high outback corrugations, dirt roads, heaps of trip vehicle, right? So it's actually done a lot of trips. So it hasn't had the lower control arm bushes replaced yet, so we're going to have a look at those. So mainly to look under the vehicle. Let's check it out. All right, so just pumping it up on the hoist there, and we'll go under for a bit of a look. Now the work's been done, most of the work. It's just a final inspection to sort of show you what sort of things we'll be looking at again. You could see this one could certainly do with a kaon.com.au bash plate, because it does obviously more of the high country and the rough stuff than planned. It was planned as a touring, more of a trip touring vehicle, but of course it has to get out in the rough stuff as well, because some people, when you follow them around these tracks, it's just where you end up, you know. CV boot at this side looks good. Tie rod ends look good. The rack boot sweat thing, the normal thing, no, not on this one. See, 285,000 Ks, not on this one. 2013 car, beautiful. See, upper ball joint, just dust. Dobinson's awesome, nothing to see here. Back over to this side, past the bashed up bash plate. Now, if you remember from another video, again, the Dobinson's bone dry. CV boot there. Let's have a look at the sweat up the rack there. Tiny little bit at the end maybe. And then if you remember from another video, see the grease? It's obviously got a stick or something in the boot there, probably in the high country or something like that. And I've said not worth fixing at the moment. The way we're going to fix this, we're going to get a few more Ks out of it. It's not making too much mess. If enough water and dust and dirt gets in there, eventually it'll get some wear and it'll start going click, 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 and then a whole new shaft, $500 or $600 plus labour, under a grand. It's a lot of money, but so's 300,000 Ks is a lot of travelling and seeing Australia too. So it's also got some new KO2s, only two of them, two on the front, because they were, the tyres that were on the rear without running, with the diff lock not on, with 60% of the drive going to the rear, really wore the rear tyres and ripped the heck out of them. So two have been replaced. Now let's have a look at these bushes, because at 285,000 Ks you'd expect to see some wear, right? Remember that one's burred over from hitting a rock. Like, it gets used. Those front bushes, they're really starting to get ripped up. Yep. Now let's look at these back ones. They're about 50%. Can you see? I'll try and get the camera in the right position. It's hard to show. There it is. There we are. Right. Camera work. Give us a thumbs up for the camera work, right? Now, the bush starts basically in that picture there. You can see the ends of it. It's hard for you to understand what's going on, but the bush isn't solid rubber all around. It's kind of got spaces or cutouts. And at the bottom there, that solid section, it's split from the left about 50% of the way in. So it's definitely time to start saving or purchase a set of arms, and that saves the mucking around. I'm not going through the why we do it that way. Let's have a look over this side. So this vehicle, it's time to spend some money on it. Same at this side, right? See, it's split from the right side into about halfway. Okay, let's have a look at this one. So this vehicle hasn't had the front wheel bearings replaced as preventive maintenance. So in my opinion, it needs front wheel bearing assemblies changed. It needs front lower control arms changed. In my opinion, 80,000 Ks on this. It's worn anyway. I'd keep the springs. I'd change the suspension. I would also, while we're at it, if we're going to do the front coilovers and we're going to do the wheel bearings and we're going to do the lower control arms, then I'm going to throw that drive shaft in. So we call it the 300k love. 300,000 Ks is a lot of Ks. Only probably 15, 20 years ago, people were talking like, oh, it's 3 years old, time to move, better get rid of it. It's getting a bit long in the tooth, or 80,000, 100,000, 150, oh, getting a bit long in the tooth. 300,000 Ks, the vehicle's awesome. And obviously you spend a few grand on it, still cheaper than a new car. New cars, they're just, by the time you spend the 5 grand on it, the new cars will go up another 5 grand the way things are going. But anyway, so those bushes there stuffed. All right, you can't just keep putting off the maintenance forever. The 200,000 to 300,000 Ks is where those bigger things come up. And if you do them as they come up, like the wheel bearings at 200,000 Ks, then you don't have to do it all at the same time and absorb a big chunk all at once. You just spread it out a bit. Arms are good to be done at about 250. Suspension, about every 80,000 Ks if you're doing a lot off-road. We're yet to clean all this up. Don't worry about this. This is us changing nice new fuel filter, things like that, right? Lube drive line, so it still needs more of a clean up. You can see, right, they've been hammered by rocks, absolutely hammered. Punished. The bolts, right, are they bolts heads anymore? Hardly even 17 mils. I think they're down to 15 mils. That's all good, right? You can see absolutely the rocks pelt those all the way up, but they're bone dry is the key information. Right, bone dry. So you can see that one's dry as well. And it'll have the same wear and tear as well. See, the wash is burred over. You can get the K-on brackets to help protect those. Rear pads still got about almost like new, 80,000 Ks. We must have replaced those sometime not that long ago. Probably, what about the diff? Let's just, the breather's working good, so happy days. The brake pads over this side, almost like new still. Highway Ks, doesn't matter if you've done 20,000 Ks of dirt roads, highways, whatever you've done, brakes don't wear out unless you're going to the shops or the gym or to pick up the kids from school. What else? Under the turbo, still bone dry at 285,000 Ks. Engine mounts original. The problem with the engine mounts was in the 120s, right? So 07, 08, I think even most of the 09s were okay. But if you get that vibration through the vehicle when it's cold in particular, when you put it in drive and reverse, and if you put it in low range, it's worse, gives you a real chug, then that could be, changing the engine mounts could help with that. I'm just looking around going, this needs a lot more of a clean up. But as far as maintenance goes, it's just those things we spoke about. Let's go to the back and have a quick look at the upper trailing arms and see what those bushes are like, in case there's something to see. Nothing to see there, I don't think. I'm just having a quick look. I could miss something. It's just a quick video. So see, this is what I mean. So they're starting to get a bit of movement there. See that? So rear upper trailing arm bushes are a little bit ripped there. What about this side? I'm not worried about that. It's not going to go anywhere unless you start feeling symptoms or something. I'm not too worried about it. They're not going anywhere. Look right up the other end if you can see up there. Right, hard to see, but there's a bit of twist, not too bad. The worst I can see without getting in there, I want to get in there with a light without a camera, to be quite honest, but to get in there and show you, that's about as bad as it gets. I might even have a look at the video later myself, but right, yeah, a bit more cleaning to do. There's probably a heap of dust and dirt still sitting up on top of this tank by the looks of it. This vehicle needs a lot more water. Okay, plenty of red staining, you know it's been around. I think this was left there for evidence, so you know where it's really been. Okay, rear diff oil just got changed. I'm just looking, I'm just showing you while I'm looking and thinking, looking around going, yep, lube the driveline would have been important on this service. Bone dry, guys, 285,000 Ks. Let's go back to the front again. You know how we look in and see if there's any oil. Stick it in there and have a look, right. Right, I'm just trying to shine the light and get it to focus somewhere. There we go, right, so it's all dry in there. Okay, nothing to see under here. The bird catcher, the bird cage, sometimes you've got to fix that up. The sand and the dirt gets jammed in there and you just got to sort of clean it out and pull the bird cage wire out this way a bit. Like that's not too bad. Same thing, trying to look up here with a light. Hard to see, hard to show you with the camera with the bash plates on, but there's nothing to see here. That's about it. New KO2s. And one little bit of info if you hung around to the end. These KO2s, only 54,000 Ks before they needed replacing. They're roadworthy, there's a bit of life left in them, but not much. If you're going off-roading, touring, you want plenty of meat there, because that rubber is what gives you the protection against the sharp rocks puncturing the tyre, because you aren't letting your tyres down that low that your sidewall is an issue, to be quite honest. It's more, how much protection have you got right there? Anyway, that's the video, guys. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up, and yeah, subscribe, turn the bell on. More videos coming your way soon. Thanks for watching. See ya.